Let me set my stuff down. How are you? I am so excited to be filming another video today. If you are new here, welcome to my little cottage corner of the internet. This is a spot where I like to share some of my various adventures and endeavors. I also like to share stories from my personal life and sometimes do commentary, but today's video is kind of a mesh of all of those. Today's video, I need to get some updated photos done for my profile pictures because my hair is short. It was short in the last video, but I don't have any updated pictures, and today is the first day that I've actually felt decent, like, physically. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with my body, but we are fairly positive that a lot of it is probably autoimmune, so the running theory right now is that I'm dealing with the fantastic duo of POTS and hypermobile EDS. So EDS is a joint, well, it's connective tissue disorder. It's a grouping of disorders, but I have the hypermobile version, theoretically. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but I'm able to do weird stuff like that, and I'm very flexible. And so with the hurricane, that has caused a lot of rain and storming even here in Ohio, which has caused the pressure to change in the environment, which has caused me to feel really not good. I was like 99% sure that both of my ears were infected again. I get a lot of ear infections, but they weren't. And turns out with EDS, the actual eustachian tubes inside behind your eardrum are made up of connective tissue and bone, so they can be really loose and not close and open properly with pressure changes, for example. So it's just another thing that kind of points me in the direction of I think it's probably what I'm dealing with. But all of that to say, today's video is going to be kind of just a relaxed, chatty, get to know me kind of video, and yeah, that's it for now. Yeah. I love it here. It's so fun here. I should probably get a thumbnail picture, shouldn't I? I'm so awkward. See, this is where like my autism shows, because I'm like, what face looks normal? Is that cute? Is that ugly? That's good. That's cute. No. So another one of the things that I love is adventuring in nature. It's honestly the one thing that gives me peace in this life, is just being out in this. Like, yeah. I do a lot of things in nature. Today I am going to be doing some fossil hunting and doing some photography of plants. There's this lovely ornamental lady's thumb. Nope, focus on the flower. Fun. So that's beautiful and fun, and yeah, that's another one of the things that I love. But I do my best to get out into the great beyond. Is that a saying? I don't know. I do my best to get out a lot, but it just depends on health stuff. So I'm taking what I can today and running with it. So that's that. There's a bunch of these. These are called ornamental lady's thumb. Very fun. Since we got the pictures, it's fossil hunting time. I'm gonna try and, I guess, talk about myself a little bit so that you guys can get to know me. Because I really haven't done anything like that on this channel, and I feel like it could be helpful. Sorry, there's like one other person here and it's really awkward talking to the camera. So they were on the walking path, but I don't want to make them feel weird. Anyway, fossil hunting. So if you are new around here, Emma's Cottage Corner is kind of a play on words. It's kind of like, basically I wanted to merge the two concepts of having a personal area on the internet with cottagecore, which is something that I love. It's basically like an aesthetic, but I am very much so about simple living, about sustainability, and about contentment. Now that's not to say that you shouldn't want things or have money or whatever, but I am really trying to cultivate in my life just a disposition of grace and gratitude and just contentment, because I live an abundantly blessed life regardless of the stressors and the hard things. Not that those aren't very real, but I want to focus on the good and slow down. So that's part of what this channel is about, and one of the ways that I can do that personally is through fossil hunting. Per my last video I shared, I am autistic. One of my special interests is fossils. I love fossils. I love them so much. So that's one of the things I do. It's also free, which is nice. And I can do more videos about like the specifics of fossil hunting and what to actually look for and stuff if that's something anyone would be interested in. But another thing about me, I'm Christian. It's arguably the biggest part of who I am. It's not something that I necessarily put at the forefront of discussions with people, but it navigates a lot. Like, it influences everything in my life, and one of the only times that I feel close to God is in nature, when I can just slow down and be myself and exist and think, and that's really hard in such a fast-paced world. So those are some of the reasons that I love doing this. I'll run you through the basics so that you know what I'm doing while I talk, but this is a waterproof bag. I put fossils in here because oftentimes they are damp and or muddy, and I have ruined a few purses by getting them damp and or muddy, and then they smell gross. So that's not what we're gonna do anymore. Waterproof bag. And I just kind of sit in the gravel and look for fossils. So that's that. That's what we're gonna do. All right, bye-bye to the creek. Okay, so I am back home. I'm burning up and pretty sweaty. So I'm gonna get into some comfy clothes. Chiefly, my socks are really wet and gross. This is the first time I'm wearing these socks, and look how dirty they are already. That about sums up my life. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and change into some comfy clothes, and then I will show you what I found. I found a lot of really cool stuff. Okay, I'm back. What do we think of this shirt? So I don't normally do like colorful, but I liked this. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, so let me know. Yeah, but it's hot. I'm burning up right now. But I wanted to go through some of the stuff that I found. I'm gonna give the dogs a snack so that they chill out for a minute. Okay, they almost ate all of it already. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so, like I said, fossil hunting, one of my favorite things to do. I don't really know why. It became just a huge interest of mine really just earlier this year. Fossils did, and I just kind of jumped in feet first and hit the ground running. Honestly, it was kind of a weird thing, but it ended up being one of my favorite things to do. So what I like to do personally, my favorite fossils are the little ones, because if you didn't know, I love to make jewelry. I have an Etsy shop, and it's one of the ways that I'm hoping I can kind of make some income at home eventually with my health stuff that I've had going on, and I can get into that in a little bit here too. But I enjoy making jewelry, and the best fossils for that are the little ones. So that's what I tend to look for, but if I see big ones that are cool, of course I'm gonna take them. Now, it is important to keep in mind if you're interested in like trying this yourself, there are different rules in different areas. So make sure that you look into that. I can make a video on just about anything. If anything is interesting, please let me know, because I want to make content that is interesting to other people as well as interesting to me. So that's kind of what I look for going in. I'm going to show you kind of my process of going through them afterwards, because I don't just get fossils, I also get any like cool shaped rocks, especially if there's like rose quartz or amethyst or jasper, anything like that. And then like I showed you, I also get little shells and stuff like that. So I kind of have a big pile of stuff to go through and sort through, and sometimes I can't really tell if something's a fossil that I want to use until I get a good time. Like, I can't always tell if something is a really good fossil to use until I clean it off, because sometimes there's mud and sand and stuff still on them. So some of the time I have to take them home and realize, oh, this actually isn't very cool, and so I just put it in my gravel pit in the backyard, which is fine. It is what it is. But so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to sit down and do that. Okay, so first things first, I always just grab like a dish towel, something small enough that it's not going to be a pain. So, and I tend to fold it just because sometimes mud and water seep through and it keeps the table a little bit cleaner. So I'm going to do that, and then what I do, I just pour my bag onto here, and this I'm going to wash. So I put that in the laundry, and then I like I said, I got a lot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pick out the big ones, because some of them are really tiny, like, I don't know, some of them are really little like this, and I don't want them to go down the drain. So I'm gonna get all of the big ones and then just kind of rinse them off, maybe wash them with some like dish soap if needed. It's not a very good angle. Okay, is that better? I feel like that's better. Okay, it's good enough. I'm gonna be, no. I love you too. Listen. Okay, anyway, I'm sorting these out. What I'm gonna do, I'm sorting out just regular rocks and minerals from fossils from shells. So, jeez. Stop, no. Oh, okay, all right, okay. Listen, that really hurt, dude. I'm gonna try this, and it might work. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna have to go into the living room and sit on the couch so that she can be involved.